U.S. President Donald Trump threatens 100% tariffs on Canada.
Russian President Putin congratulates General Secretary To Lam on the success of the 14th National Party Congress during phone talk.
Nghệ An targets status as a well-developed province and national growth hub in the new era.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that he will impose a 100% tariff on all Canadian goods if Ottawa moves ahead with expanding trade cooperation with China, a move that has sharply escalated tensions between the two neighboring countries.
On Truth Social, Trump warned that Canada's closer ties with China would pose a direct threat to U.S. economic and security interests, accusing Beijing of potentially using Canada as a transit hub to circumvent U.S. tariffs. In the post, he also referred to Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney as a governor, a remark widely seen as implying that Canada should become the 51st state of the U.S. The warning came after Canada and China reached a preliminary agreement on economic and trade cooperation and closer strategic ties during Prime Minister Carney's recent visit to China.
China has officially announced an investigation into two senior military leaders, Politburo member and Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Zhang Zhouxie, and Central Military Commission member and Chief of the Joint Staff Department, Liu Chengli.
According to a statement by Chinese Ministry of National Defense spokesperson Zhang Bin on January 24, Senior General Zhang Yusha, a member of the Politburo and Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission, and Senior General Liu Zhenli, a member of the Central Military Commission and Chief of the Joint Staff Department, are suspected of serious violations of discipline and law, after consideration by the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. A decision was made to place both officials under formal disciplinary inspection and investigation. In an editorial published on January 25, the PLA Daily, the official newspaper of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, said the investigations underscore China's firm and consistent stance in its anti-corruption campaign.
On the evening of January 24th, Russian President Vladimir Putin held a phone call with General Secretary To Lam to congratulate Vietnam on the success of the 14th National Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam.
According to Vietnam's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, during the phone call, Russian President Vladimir Putin warmly congratulated the Communist Party of Vietnam on the success of the 14th National Party Congress, and congratulated the newly elected Central Committee, Politburo, and General Secretary To Lam on their appointments for the new term. President Putin affirmed that the Russian Federation would continue to work closely with Vietnam to comprehensively strengthen bilateral ties, for the benefit of the Russian and Vietnamese peoples and in support of peace, stability, and security in the Asia-Pacific region. On behalf of the Communist Party and the people of Vietnam, General Secretary To Lam expressed his appreciation to President Putin for his attention to this important political event of the Communist Party of Vietnam, as well as for his sincere congratulations to the party, the Vietnamese people, and to him personally. On this occasion, President Putin extended an invitation to General Secretary To Lam to visit Russia at a mutually convenient time. The General Secretary accepted the invitation and, in turn, invited President Vladimir Putin to visit Vietnam in the near future.
Coming up next are some updated news.
According to the latest data released by the General Department of Customs, Vietnam's total import-export turnover in the first half of January 2026, from January 1 to 15, reached $39.25 billion United States dollars. Of this figure, exports accounted for around $19.8 billion United States dollars, while imports stood at $19.45 billion United States dollars. The strong performance marks a positive start to the year, reflecting the economy's solid recovery and the resilience of the business community amid ongoing global geopolitical uncertainties.
silver has just recorded a historic trading session on the international market. The precious metal is currently priced at around $103.07 per ounce. Up more than $4 compared with the morning session on January 24. This marks the first time in history that global silver prices have surpassed the $100 per ounce threshold. In the domestic market, silver prices have also been adjusted upward on both buying and selling sides. In Hanoi, Phu Kai Gold, Silver and Gemstone Group listed 999 silver bars and bullion at 3,882,000 Vietnamese dongs per tael for buying and 4,002,000 Vietnamese dongs per tael for selling, the highest level ever recorded for silver in Vietnam.
Nguyen Dinh Bach has officially won the top scorer title at the AFC U23 Asian Cup 2026, becoming the first Vietnamese player in the tournament's history to achieve this honor. At the end of the finals, 4 players scored 4 goals each, including Nguyen Dinh Bach of Vietnam, Leonardo Farah Shahin of Lebanon, Ali Alazaza of Jordan, and Ryunosuke Sato of Japan. According to the organizers' regulations, the top scorer is determined based on number of goals, number of assists, and minutes played. Dinh Bach and Ryunosuke Sato both recorded 2 assists, however, with 359 minutes played, fewer than Sato's 445 minutes. Dinh Bach edged ahead to claim the AFC U23 Asian Cup 2026 top scorer title outright.
The 14th National Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam has outlined a clear strategy for the country's development in the new period. For Nghe An, the homeland of President Ho Chi Minh, the spirit of the 14th Congress is especially meaningful. It provides strong motivation for the party, local authorities, and the people to speed up reforms, create breakthroughs, and turn the goal of making Nghe An a well-developed province into reality.
With the ambition of becoming a development hub of the north-central region, Nghe An is stepping up efforts to improve the investment climate, develop strategic infrastructure, attract large-scale projects, and promote the application of science, technology and digital transformation in governance, production and daily life. In 2026, the province has set 34 key targets, including GRDP growth of around 10.5 to 11.5%, industrial growth of 17.5%, driven by high-tech, processing and manufacturing industries, agricultural growth of 4.5 to 5%, exports of $5 billion, state budget revenue of 35 trillion Vietnamese dongs, and about $1.5 billion in FDI.
I believe FDI inflows into Nghe An will remain very strong in the coming years. In addition to well-planned, modern industrial parks meeting international standards, the province is also implementing major infrastructure projects such as Vinh International Airport, Deepwater Seaport.
From key industrial parks and economic zones to rural areas undergoing rapid transformation, the spirit of renewal, innovation and determined action in line with the resolution of the 14th National Party Congress is clearly evident. This spirit is not only shared by officials and party members, but has also spread widely among the people, becoming a source of confidence for the locality's sustainable development.
I hope that all policies truly put people's interests first, with words matched by action. We strongly expect this Congress to create major breakthroughs and serve as a call for the entire party and people to join hands in building a strong and prosperous nation.
The major policies and directions adopted at the 14th National Party Congress are opening a new stage of development for the country. For Nghe An, quickly turning the Congress's goals into practical actions is an urgent task, requiring strong determination and joint efforts across the entire political system, so that the province can become a well-developed locality and an important growth driver at the national level.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.